Hello and a big welcome to the channel. I'm Motorsport Madman and this is qualifying ahead of the 2025 Austrian Grand Prix. If you are new to this channel, if you're a Formula 1 fan, get yourself subscribed. I'm live for every single Grand Prix from the Formula 1 World Championship except for Monaco because it's dead. But here we go for round, what are we up to? 11. Round 11 of 24. Nearly at midway point of the season now. British Grand Prix next weekend as well. How we doing, Kim? Let's go. Ernesto's in as well. I have heard about this F1 movie, believe it or not. They've had a good advertising campaign on it, that's for sure. They've rammed it down our throats. Seriously. But it ain't for me, Ernesto. It ain't for me. But anyway, yeah. I'm aware. Yes, Matty P. You going Lando pole? There's been crazier predictions in the world, so I reckon you're looking pretty good with that. But again, as I play it these days, I've not seen any practice, and partly because I've been at work. But I try and avoid practice on purpose, so it's more of a surprise when we get into quali, and I don't know the ins and outs of everything. And that's how I like to run it this year. You know, in previous years, I've always watched every single minute and analysed long run data and tyre wear and. Nah, I'm over it. I'm here. I'm happy for a surprise. So, you know, if we've got someone who's looking quicker than they normally are, 3 practice sessions is a spoiler, really. Whereas if I just jump in straight at quali, I can be more surprised every week when something unusual, if something unusual were to happen. It's even more unusual if you haven't watched them driving round for 3 hours. So, yeah, that's how I rock and roll. I'm up for a surprise. We probably won't get it. It's probably going to be a McLaren 1-2, but we live in hope. At least I do, with regards to everyone else apart from McLaren. Are you late? No, you're early, bro. You're early for the first time probably ever. This is Sean. Oh my God, have you changed your name? Oh my God, that's going to be an absolute. That might be too many characters for the Viewers' Championship. That might be too long. K-pop motorsport fan. Oh nah, bro. Are you serious? What's K-pop? Like Blackpink? Are they K-pop? They're the only ones I've heard of. Or that boy group where there's like 6 of them. What are they called? They were massive about 5 years ago. Yeah, they know ones. K-pop? Nah, man. Are you serious? Is this live? Nah, pre-recorded, man. Always. Your original YouTube channel got deleted, so you're using this one? No, I got terminated. Too much F1 knowledge. They can't have you. Can't have you on YouTube with that much of an encyclopedic knowledge, mate. So they've had to just get you back on SHT K-pop, mate. I'll keep you as Sean Tan on the thingy, on the viewers thingy. There's no point. Like, it'll just confuse the issue. But welcome to the stream. Let's see what happens. I think this is the result. I mean, I'm saying I don't want the spoilers from practice or anything, but I'm pretty sure that that's the finishing order from the final practice session a couple of hours ago. So there you go. It is what it is, isn't it? McLaren 1-2 all day. Hopefully not. We'll see. Russell Antonelli 6th and 7th. We'll see. We'll see. And nothing's a done deal. Nothing is a done deal. So. Bring on the Antonelli pole position, in other words. Let's have it. Yeah, imagine pre-recorded, Sean. Definite. Could have pre-recorded 2023 when it was Verstappen on pole and Verstappen winning every week. I could have actually pre-recorded the entire 2023 season because Verstappen got pole and won every single race apart from about 2. So I could have pre-recorded 2023. No one had known. I could have just gone, and Verstappen leads the race by 48.5 seconds. Who would have known? But you can't pre-record 2025, dude. At least Verstappen's getting some wins in amongst the McLarens and... even George Russell getting a win in Canada, so he's looking decent. You in the Viewers' Championship now? Nope. Yeah, man, but I'm not doing them. I'm going to do a block of them in August, because there's no races in August. So instead of like not streaming for like 4 or 5 weeks, I'm just going to do like 2 Viewers Championship races a week. So I'm basically going to back them up, and just do like 6 in a row in the space of like 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah, so that's how I'm going to do it. Instead of going one by one and then having 5 weeks where there's no stream on the channel, it just bridges that gap. Just backing them all up and doing like 5 in a row. So that's how I'm going to do it. Yeah, so you'll be in round 11. It might be a bit confusing, innit? But I think you missed round 10, but you've been round 11. But whatever, innit? We'll figure it out. I've written down all the names of people who are in round 10, and then you'll be in round 11, that's for sure. But yeah, it'll just be backdated, basically. It'll just be backdated. Basically like when a football match gets postponed, innit? And then just bam. And then just do all the fixtures in one swoop. That's what I'm going to do. 5 races in a row in August. And then by the end of August, we'll be back on par. Races kick back in. And then we'll go one by one to the end of the season. Then for the last 10. So that's how we're going to do it. Can't wait. I bet you miss all the streams. I'm going to quote you on that when you're not in any of them. Yeah, can't wait. Prove it. You'll have to watch them, dude. Yeah. I'll do like 2 or 3 a week. Yeah, it'd be mint. Well, it would be mint, but it bridges a gap rather than having no streams for a month. So, yeah, there we go. Oscar Piastri leads the championship. 198 points. Piastri leads the championship at nearly midway distance. I'm pleasantly surprised with that. I'm happy that Piastri's turned up. Norris is... I don't really know where Norris fans stand now. Like, what's the vibe? It's not looking good, Brev. Crashing into the back of him in Canada. Faltering. I think I saw a video someone put that Lando Norris has already made 7 like crucial mistakes this season. You know, like just things like, you know, spins in qualifying or... under pressure, goes off track and whatever. I think he's made 7 like pretty big mistakes, and Piastri's like made 1 or something. So, you know, pressure's getting to Lando Norris, and Piastri's taking full advantage of that. Fair play to him. I didn't expect, to be honest, I thought it would be the McLaren show. I knew coming into this season it was going to be the McLaren show, but I did think it would be Norris from Piastri kind of a McLaren show. But it's Piastri from Norris kind of McLaren show with Verstappen every now and then. Mercedes coming on strong. Ferrari a bit of a letdown, apart from the Chinese sprint. But other than that, Ferrari have been on the back burner. P7, P8 kind of a situation, which isn't why Lewis Hamilton's signed for 40 million quid a year, is it? To finish P7 every week. But yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, sarcasm. Yeah, I know his game. Giving it a can't wait. Then don't even watch. I'm surprised you're in. Now you're only usually in like the evening streams. Like if there's like Canadian Grand Prix like 8, 9 p.m. It's like, we'll see Sean. But at this time, mid-afternoon, fair play. I didn't know you existed mid-afternoon. Remember a posted comment saying, "Oh, honestly, I was so far out. That's probably my worst like gaff ever." That, yeah, because it's like what I said in the other stream was, if you don't know what Sean corrected me on was, I think when it was a double podium for Mercedes last week, I was like, that's the first double podium for Mercedes since 2021. Sean Tan straight in the comments. Actually, they got about 3 last year, 2 the year before, 3 the year before that. But to me, it just feels like it's been 4 years since Mercedes had both cars on the podium. I don't know why. It's purely a psychological thing. It just feels like, to me, like in my head, Mercedes have had the odd good result here and there. You know, Russell winning in Brazil a couple of years ago, and an odd flash in the pan. Maybe a Miami you know, I remember him being quick in Miami for no reason, like 2 or 3 years ago, and having a little flash in the pan. But I honestly can't recall, and it has happened where both Mercedes are like they've had a great weekend and two Mercedes on the podium. I honestly like I don't know if my brain is just like forgot, like can't handle that. Like the narrative, it breaks the narrative in my head. The narrative in my head is Mercedes have been crap for about 4 years, apart from the odd flash in the pan from George Russell and Hamilton winning the British Grand Prix. Like just little flashes in the pan. And then Sean Tan's like, well, actually, now they got this double podium, this double podium, this double podium. They had 3 a year, there, 4 a year, there, 2 a year. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. But in my head, they've been struggling. Well, they have been struggling. You know, it's not been the dominant Mercedes from like 2014 to 2021, has it? It's been a different kind of Mercedes. But they have bagged double podiums along the way, whereas I've sort of not registered that. So yeah, that was probably my biggest like L take ever. Me going last weekend, going the first Mercedes double podium for 5 years. Sean's like, are you joking? They did it in like November, you moose. Like. It just felt that way to me. It just feels like that. So, you know, the stats did me on that one. But yeah, it just feels like they've been struggling. Well, they have, but you know. Yeah, probably because Lewis is already not there. I don't know. I just feel like when Lewis had a good, like, say when Lewis won the British Grand Prix, you know, it wasn't Russell up there with him, or when like Russell won the Brazilian Grand Prix. Did Lewis struggle that weekend, or maybe Lewis was on the podium with him? I don't even know, but it just feels like when one Mercedes had a good one, the other one struggled, and then so it's just been hit and miss. But fair enough, man. Double podium in Vegas, one you said the last one. So as recent as 6 months ago, they were both on the podium, and I'm like, this is the first one for 5 years. So. Listen, I make mistakes, you know. I know a bit, but some things slip through the net every now and then. You got to allow me that. Why is this delayed? What's going on here? Why are we not out on track? I'm not even listening to the commentary because trying to talk over it, it makes my sentences kind of a bit like, what, you know what I mean? Because I'm talking over something. It becomes a bit but I don't know why we're not out there. What's going on here? How long are we delayed here for? It feels like Verstappen took all the podium places at the same time. Yeah, exactly that, man. Exactly that. You sort of forget who finished second and third when Verstappen's winning every week. You know what I mean? So Mercedes might have had a couple of second and thirds along the way. You know, but I've just not registered it. So yeah, Verstappen first, second, third, wasn't it, for 5 years? Yeah, basically that's it. So yeah, it was a strong result. We're getting underway now. I don't know what the 5 minute delay was. There've been quite some big incidents in F2 sprint. Fair play. Do you know what? I've not seen any F2 this year. And I always, do you know, in March, like February, March every year, I'm like, I'm going to watch F2 this year. I'm going to really get into it. Yeah, oh yeah. And then I think what happens is I have this weird like OCD thing where if I miss one, I write it off. I'm like that with NASCAR. Every February I go, I'm going to watch NASCAR this year. I miss one. I watched the Daytona 500, missed round 2, and then thought, sack it off. I've missed it. Imagine I miss a Grand Prix. That's it then, is it? What would I do? I've missed a bit of the storyline. I can't come back. Maybe that's why I watch it every week, because I'm scared that if I miss one, then that's it. Game over. I'll never watch it again. Yeah, so that's how it is with F2 with me. If I miss one, I've missed them all. Because it's like, to me, it's the same as if you start watching a series on Netflix or something, you wouldn't miss an episode. You wouldn't watch episode 2 and then episode 4. If you miss episode 3, you can't, you know what I mean? You there's no chance you go episode 2, episode 4, because you miss it, what happened in episode 3. I couldn't do that anyway. I couldn't do that. So that's what it's like for me at motorsport. So I daren't miss a Grand Prix because that'll be it till 2026. So that's my F2 problem. I always go into it with intentions of watching it. But the other thing is, how long are you going to sit and watch telly every weekend? That's the other thing. Like, committing to Formula One is already enough hours in front of the telly, innit? Committing, if you're watching qualifying in a race, that's a Saturday and a Sunday afternoon. You're going to watch F2 as well. You're talking all day Saturday, all day Sunday. Like, bro, so that's partly the reason. You'd never get away from the telly if you watch it all. So I've not seen any. All this to say, I haven't seen any F2 this year. But I know, right? I know this Alex Dunn kid's coming through, right? Alex Dunn was Antonelli's kryptonite in the junior formulas. Because obviously I've seen like documentaries on Antonelli and his junior career in that. It was Antonelli versus Alex Dunn for like in the junior series. And now Alex Dunn is on his way into F1. I think he was P4 in practice yesterday. He's Irish. I think he's the first Irish driver since like the mid-80s or something like that. But Alex Dunn is on his way, and he's a big, Antonelli's big rival. I think in like Formula Regional, Formula 4 or something like that. It was Antonelli versus Dunn. Well, he might be back. The old nemesis. It's like Antonelli's nemesis is on the horizon, so bring it on. But yeah, Chris, welcome to the stream, dude. Yes, Suede, how we doing? Beth's in as well. Welcome in, everyone. I'll get into properly talking about what's happening on track when it actually matters. But yeah, we're 14 minutes to go in Q1. The lap times are not critical at the moment, but give it 10 minutes and they'll be under pressure. We'll be having a look. Why the FDC Mickey Mouse logo with the F1 logo? Oh, yeah, don't. Oh, mate, honestly. They've done a deal with Disney, which just makes me cringe. Like, could you imagine F1 doing a deal with Disney in like the 1970s, 1980s, 1990s when it was... This is going to sound cringe, but when it was proper men. Do you know what I mean? When it was a proper gritty... What I mean is when it was a proper gritty sport in the 70s, 80s and 90s. And now, how soft has this sport become where they're doing a deal with Disney? Is this... Honestly... And then you've got the F1 movie, which I can't even deal with it. I can't even deal with the American cringe of the F1 movie. I can't even watch the clips of it. I can't even, when I see it on social media or anything, just, oh no, I can't even do it. A deal with Disney, bro, this sport is going off. This sport is losing its... Whatever it had, it's losing it, bro. But I mean, I'll always watch anyway, because I'm addicted to it, but... They're trying to promote it for children, bro. What are you doing? The deal with Lego. I mean, I've bought one. I'm a sucker. But a deal with Lego, a deal with Disney. Is this a children's sport now? Is this what it is? It used to be. Anyway, I'm sounding old, but yeah, it's not for me, man. It's not for me, Suede. I'm probably sounding a bit like you now. Nah. Hopefully the live timings keep up with it. We're 11.5 minutes to go. Hulkenberg P1, which is why I've not been really talking about what's going on track, because it's not really of any significance at the moment. But it will be soon. Verstappen's looking quick. Disney F1 ride. It's just like a massive title sponsor. I think it's virtually like a title sponsor or something. You know what I mean? It's just going in a direction where I'm not the target audience for any of this. For any of it. F1 movie, Drive to Survive, a deal with Disney. I am not the target audience at all. So, it is what it is. They've got to appeal to the mass market. They've got to get America involved. They've got to do this. It's money, 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 and more money. So they've got to do what they've got to do at the top. But yeah, it ain't for the hardcore fan base. It ain't for the hardcore fan base. Yes, Dean, welcome in, bro. WC wouldn't have done that. Yeah, I know. No, I mean, why not? But if it's offered enough money, but certainly it wouldn't have been on the cards in the 70s, 80s, or 90s, would it? F1 and Disney collab. No, bro. Like, it just wouldn't have been appropriate, shall we say. But now it's become soft and family focused and Antonelli across the line, P4. Right, so we'll start looking at the times now. So it's Norris quickest on a 1 minute 4.6, Verstappen 4/10 off. Hamilton in third, 4/10 off. Antonelli P4. Russell goes P7 in the other Mercedes. Down at the bottom, we've got people that haven't even set lap times yet. Alonso's not even set a representative lap time with 9.5 minutes to go. Neither is Colapinto. Piastri needs a lap. Here comes Sainz across the line, then P13 for the Williams. And Albon beats that, but they're not looking fantastic, are they, Williams? Alonso then, who's not set a lap time so far, posts a time now only good enough for 14th for 1 minute 5.8. That's not breaking any records. 1.2 seconds off the pace. But it is Lando Norris in the McLaren. So what's Piastri doing and why is he not set a lap time yet is my biggest question at the minute. Surely any second now he's going to come across the line and get up there with his teammate. I think you can see on the driver tracker Piastri's on the back straight. Going up to turn 3, Piastri. So whatever's happened to Piastri, he's not got a lap time on the board yet. Alpines haven't really set a proper lap time. Stroll goes P12 in the Aston. Hadjar up in P5's a good lap. Racing Bulls P5, P9. Gasly on a lap then down to turn 4. I do love this track in terms of to drive. I mean, it's not doing it in real life. Obviously not doing it in real life, but on a sim or on the game, like this is the best track to drive. Fast, flowing, quick. Yeah, look, I do love this track. Gasly across the line then. P6. Not bad actually, that, really. Not bad, he'll take that. Hey, up Mitch, how we doing, bro? Yeah, I'm good, how are you? Just been having a moan about the F1 Disney collaboration that's going to happen. I'm reckoning it's not gritty enough, man. It's getting too soft, this game. It's getting too soft. What are you doing deals with Disney for, man? This may be a hard man's game, innit? No? Deals with Disney. What are they trying to do to this game? What are they trying to do to the sport that I love, man? Turn into a kiddies thing. Nah, man. Doing to it. This was a James Hunt's game. This was Michael Schumacher, you know? What was he? They turn to the grave. Come on, man. Doing deals with Disney out here. Anyway. Oh, God. It is what it is. If they put down the money, F1 gonna pick it up. Do you know what I mean? It's as simple as that, isn't it? That's how the world goes round. So it's what it is. But Piastri does join Norris up at the front. Then Piastri's got a lap in, 3/10 off his McLaren teammate's pace. So 1-2 for McLaren at the minute. Hülkenberg across the line doesn't improve. P13 and under pressure. Gabby Bortoleto. Come on. I want to see Bortoleto magic second half of the season. No, he got it. P5. Go on, Gabby. Bortoleto. P5. The cat is amongst the pigeons. Let's go. I like that. I like that. I like that a lot, man. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Bortoleto P5. Come on in. I'm happy with that. He won't stay there. If he still gets eliminated now, because this is what happens. You think they're safe, they go wham, they put in a lap time, yeah, definitely safe, and then the entire field improves and he gets knocked out anyway. It's like, whoa, do you know what I mean? Celebrate too early. So, you know, if Bortoleto ends up getting knocked out with that, gutted. I think he should, you know what I mean? He should get through. He should get through, especially if science improves only to 14th. Yeah, Bortoleto has to get through. Oh, well, I don't know. Albon goes P5. So Sainz has had a shocker there. 9 tenths off the pace. Albon slaps it P5. Half a second off. So 4 tenths quicker than Sainz. What's happened to Sainz then? Down at turn 4. Turns it in. Looks fine. Across the apex and loses the rear end. Oversteer on the exit of turn 4. And then what? 2 wide into the final, into the second to last corner. I don't know how strict they're going to be with track limits, but that white line at the end of the edge of the track sure does look wide. So maybe giving him a bit of leeway with that, because you have to keep at least 2 wheels within the white line. But if you make the white line 3 times wider, then well, you're giving him more margin. So I think that's what they're doing on the second to last corner. Anyway, Albon saying check the floor for damage. So we've still got 3.5 minutes to go. Gasly down in Gasly P8's not bad. Haas and Aston Martin not looking too hot, are they? Sean Tan. What's going on, bro? They had upgrades who were looking good. Alonso was like top 6. They're not getting out of Q1 here at the minute. Maybe one of them, maybe Alonso sneak out, you know what I mean? Maybe he'll put in a magic lap at the end and get through, but it's not looking great, is it? Here comes Esteban Ocon to start a flying lap, as we've got half of the field on the pit lane exit filing out for one final run. Ocon already on the lap though, head of the game. And needs a lap, down in 17th in the knockout zone at the minute. Both Astons, and Nico Hülkenberg, who could do with a lap as well. Also, I always forget to mention, if you are watching and you haven't dropped a like, come on. Please do drop me a like if you can. Because I don't have it on screen, I never know, you know what I mean? I never remember to mention it. Because I don't go live through YouTube, you see. Go live through Streamlabs, which might be half the problem of why the channel's been put on the shelf. But old habits die hard. Here we go. Then Ocon needs to improve to get out. Whoa, P13. Improves. But by enough? We'll find out in the next couple of minutes. But it's touch and go, that. What's Yuki Tsunoda doing, bro? Yuki. I've said it before, I'll say it again. You can't get knocked out in Q1, bro. You can't be getting knocked out in Q1 when your teammate's fighting for the championship, dude. It's just embarrassing. Behrman goes P8. Welcome to the game. Behrman has entered the game. Stroll goes P12. Now it's all up for grabs. Now you've got George Russell under pressure in P14. Yuki Tsunoda's now down to 17th with Alonso slapping it P8. So it's anybody. Lawson's gone third in amongst all this. I totally missed that. Liam Lawson in the Racing Bull has gone P3. Obviously the track is gripping up and improving and the top guys aren't really going for it. So that's allowed Lawson to get in the mix in Q1. He's definitely safe on that one. But under pressure then, yeah, George Russell, this is do or die for George Russell. This is a major lap for George Russell. Down in P15 on the bubble, you've got Ocon, Tsunoda, Colapinto, Sainz and Hülkenberg in the elimination zone. And Ocon will definitely be eliminated in Q1 then. So he's in the pits and out. Colapinto improves to P12, so he should get through with that. Colapinto should get through to Q2. Needs it. He's been a bit anonymous, hasn't he, Colapinto? I hate to say it, but the last thing you want to be in this sport is anonymous. And Colapinto, since coming in for these 4 or 5 races, when have I ever gone, Colapinto, what a move? I haven't. And I want to hear, I want to hear myself saying that. I want Colapinto to do something. So I hope he gets through to Q2 at least. Russell only P11 but should get through. But it's not rocket pace, is it? It's not Canadian Grand Prix winning pace that he had last week from George Russell. Mercedes struggling down in 10th and 11th, but really struggling. Stroll and Ocon, who are definitely eliminated. This is Carlos Sainz, who's across the line. He's eliminated as well then. So Stroll, Ocon, Tsunoda's out as well in the Red Bull. You are embarrassing. This is embarrassing now. That's embarrassing. Yuki Tsunoda, you have to at some point start to gather it together. Yuki Tsunoda has to start gathering it together. It's another Q1 elimination for Yuki Tsunoda in the Red Bull. And I'm sorry, it's embarrassing. Stroll eliminated in P16. Ocon eliminated in P17. Yuki Tsunoda eliminated in P18. Carlos Sainz, who'd be very disappointed in P19. And Nico Hülkenberg. So Hülkenberg last on the grid and eliminated. Meanwhile, rookie teammate Gabriel Bortoleto sails through in P8. The tables shall turn at Kick Sauber. More nightmare. Yeah, Sainz struggling. Colapinto through, man. Just about. Behrman through. But yeah, Stroll, Ocon, Tsunoda, Sainz and Hülkenberg will take no further part in qualifying as we go to Q2. Not looking great for Mercedes, is it? 10th and 11th in the end. Leclerc was only P12, but probably risked it and didn't really go for it at the end, I would imagine. I don't know that, but I'm guessing that Leclerc didn't really. They risked it on that front, probably. You got Albon. Bortoletto's a good lap in P8. But Lawson and Hadjar, 3rd and 5th. Gasly P4, but then again, like I say, the track's ramped up at the end and they're only going to go quicker in the final couple of minutes of quali. So, yeah, Lawson, Gasly, Hadjar, 3, 4, 5. Do we need to bother with a Q2 and Q3? Can we have this as the grid? Verstappen 6, Hamilton 7. Yeah. And to be honest, Mercedes put on another set of tyres and, well, as far as I know, put on another set of tyres and went for it at the end. And they're still in the midfield. To be honest with you, Mercedes should have been 1-2 at the end of that session, considering they went again at the end. Do you know what I mean? They should have been quickest. Because the track would have rubbered in more and everything. The fact that they've gone again and they're still P10, 11... Concerning. Bortoletto Should get on the board at one point. What do you mean? Oh, on the point to get points. Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame. I think it's only, Bortoletto, Colapinto, and obviously Jack Doohan. I think they're the three that haven't got any points with Doohan. I wonder if they'll rotate it round again. I wonder if they'll give Doohan another 5 races. Do you know what I mean? I wonder if they'll rotate it again. Or they'll just keep Colapinto until the end of the season. Or put Gasly on the substitute bench and put Doohan and Colapinto. Nah, man. It's already mad enough, isn't it? It's already enough musical chairs at Alpine. I think this is the 4th, 5th time he out-qualifies Hulkenberg. Is it as many as that? I would have thought it was like maybe the 2nd time. Because it feels like, Hulkenberg's had a good season. And I would have said this is like the 2nd time. But if you're saying 4 or 5, do you know what? I believe you. Don't forget that traffic plays a part. Probably both George and Kimi got caught out in sector 2. Yeah. That's what they're hoping. That's what I'm hoping. But yeah, I don't think they're in the fight for pole, are they? I mean, I can be wrong, but I don't think they're in the fight for pole today. And it is disappointing coming off the back of Canada, where it was the strongest race for a while. I mean, I thought it was the strongest race for 5 years. I was a bit wrong. But it was certainly the strongest race that I can remember in a good while. And then come to Austria, nowhere, really? Can it ebb and flow this much? Like, should it ebb and flow this much? Probably not, right? Like, how are you winning a Grand Prix and then struggling to get into Q2 the next week? Like, are you joking? So we'll see anyway. It's not done and dusted yet. The final chapter isn't written yet, so I'm hoping that things look a little bit stronger in Q2 for Mercedes, but we'll see. Alpine had confirmed that Colapinto will race with them for Silverstone and beyond. To infinity and beyond. Based on the latest report. Yeah, I don't think they should mess about anymore. And the thing about Colapinto is they're bringing Argentina to the game. And that's massive as well, like, commercially. So it's not only Colapinto, it's bringing Argentina to the table. And you can't underestimate that. So, unfortunately for Jack Doohan, that might be it, bro. It is unfortunate. But that might be it, dude. He would have had to have been spectacular. He would have had to have, and I always say this, he would have had to have a magic moment. I always say, if you want to stay in F1, you have to produce magic. Not every week, but there has to be a bit of magic. Unless your name's Lance Stroll and your dad owns the whole operation and you're $1 billion kid, right? Put into one side. Anybody else, you can't be anonymous for too long. If you're anonymous for too long, guess what? You're gone. So you have to produce a bit of magic. Now, if there had been a Jack Doohan moment, I think even a moment where you go, wow, look at that, he's starting 3rd on the grid, or what a move that is, and, you need a bit of magic, And to be fair, given a window of like 5 races to produce a little bit of magic, it's not enough. So I can't really sit here and say like, well, Jack Doohan didn't produce the magic, you're gone. 5 race, 6 race, go at it. That's heavy, that, So, but I want to see Colapinto magic. Even that Bortoletto lap was a hint of it, a hint of magic dust. It's just a hint of magic. Just like slapping yourself top of the timing sheets, even when it doesn't matter, is better than never. You know what I mean? Just getting yourself, even just doing stupid things, just being noticed would be my advice, which, it's probably wrong, but that's from watching this game for 20 years. My biggest advice would be Just be noticed. Whatever you do, don't become a fly on the wall. Do not become Mr. Anonymous in this game. You're better off going for it and crashing. That's my honest opinion. You're better off going for it and sticking yourself and someone else in the wall. Honestly, you're better off Kevin Magnussen in it and having it. And if you lose, you lose. Leave nothing on the table. Be noticed. I want to see this. I want to see this from Bortoletto. I remember when Giovinazzi led the Singapore Grand Prix for a lap. You know what I mean? Little moments. Giovinazzi. What a driver he was. Underrated. Le Mans champion. Last year. Anyway, I'm off on a tangent. I love a tangent. You off to Greg's for a cheese and onion. Piastri. Sausage stroll and a chocolate Leclerc. Charles Leclerc. Alright, behave yourself in it. Charles Leclerc all day for me. Right, let's get Q2. What are we saying about Q2? Come on. Hadjar for pole, man. I like Isaac Hadjar, you know. If I hadn't already tied my colours to the Antonelli mast, I'd be going Hadjar. I always went Hadjar, apparently. Forget your jar. Hadjar. Yeah, Isaac Hadjar's been so impressive. But then again, you can't chuck him in that Red Bull. Career ender. If I was Isaac Hadjar, and I'm not even lying, right, I would be negotiating with any team I can to get myself out of that Red Bull family. Immediately. Get yourself a seat in another team. Like, the Red Bull Junior program's fantastic until you get exactly where Hadjar is and then jump out quickly, Brev. Get out of there. If I'm Isaac Hadjar, I am talking to every single team principal and going, I'm your man. I'm your man for 26. Look at the results. The Red Bull Junior program ain't the one when you get to where Hadjar is. It is the one in Formula 3 too. And to this point, you're going to be chucked in Verstappen's car and you're going to be P19. So get out of there now. Would be my advice to Isaac Hadjar. I'm giving a lot of advice today when I'm not in any position to do so. But that's my advice. Get out, Brev, quick. Because being Verstappen's teammate is a one-way ticket to Formula E, isn't it? It's a one-way ticket to a different category. Right, Q2 is sort of now more underway than it was a few minutes ago. Because it got going, but not really. Now I feel like we've got cars on track. We're underway for Q2. So get in. I want that Isaac Hadjar. Do you know what? Would you an unlikely result? I feel like we've not had a crazy result. When was the last time we had like a real outsider on the podium or a random pole position out of nowhere? I feel like it's been years. When was the last like true underdog wham? Sean Tan, you'll know, innit? When was the last true underdog pole position, podium, never mind a win? I'm not even asking for a win. But I feel like it's real. What springs to mind is like the Kevin Magnussen pole at Brazil. I feel like that was the last time I remember being like, oh my God. You know, real outsider. And even that was like weird circumstance because they red flagged the qualifying session like halfway through and Magnussen just happened to get lucky at that particular moment. But even so, I feel like we had weird, odd results like 2 or 3 times a season until like the last couple of years, the obscure podium, the outsider situation has really dried up. You know, we used to get like what's happened to like a random Esteban Ocon winning the Alpine, or a Pierre Gasly winning the Italian Grand Prix, or you know, Daniel Ricciardo in the McLaren out of nowhere winning that. Like, what's happened to the, like, let's have a moment in the sun for somebody. Like, let's have like a Liam Lawson pole position out of nowhere. Like, we're so overdue something like that, surely. But then again, like, McLaren is so mighty, Verstappen's so mighty. You know, Mercedes get it together. Like, the big dogs are so big that you can't get a Hadger involved in that when you've got solid McLaren, solid Red Bull, solid, you know what I mean? The competition's monumental out there. When you've got Norris and Piastri in a McLaren, how are you going to beat that? Piastri goes quickest on a 1 minute 4.5, more than half a second quicker than Max Verstappen. Lawson's up there in third, so Racing Bulls are actually genuinely looking quick. Norris coming round the final corner now. Can he go quickest with 7 minutes to go in Q2? Bang, and does by a tenth and a half. So Lando Norris leads away on a 1 minute 4.4. Piastri a tenth off. Verstappen 7 tenths down there. So it's McLaren domination now. The McLaren domination is starting to rear its head as Leclerc goes third, half a second off, but not a bad lap. Here comes Lewis Hamilton then, and it's 2/100th slower than his teammate, so it's P3 and P4 for the Ferraris. That's pretty much the limit of their performance. And Verstappen 7 tenths off, Lawson 8 tenths off, Russell a second off, Antonelli 1.3 off in P9. We've got 6.5 minutes to go. It's not looking good. Yeah, this is a McLaren 1-2 all day, innit? Come on, where's your underdog pole? Come on, man, it's been years. Just some magic. I would love just some magical Isaac Hadger lap. And because this is a short track as well, you've got more chance here than anywhere else. Because it's only a minute, what is it, a minute 4 per lap? This is the shortest lap in terms of lap time, isn't it? Because even Monaco's like 109s, isn't it? Something like that. 109, 110 at Monaco. So this is the shortest. Oh, there's a fire. Check that. Lewis Hamilton dipping a wheel onto the grass, starting a fire. We got a bushfire, baby. Yeah, the grass is on fire on the outside of the pit straight. So we're on hold. We are officially on hold. There's a few grass fires in China, weren't there? Earlier on in the season. Unusual, not unheard of. Joe, I've not listened to any commentary. What are they saying? That's quite clever, that sponsoring it. Williams have got a casino sponsor and they've made the wheel rim a roulette wheel. That's quite clever. You got to appreciate that. I mean, you're not really spotting that at 150 mile an hour, but when the car's stationary, quite a slick idea. How many times already this season? I know it happened. It happened a lot in China, didn't it? But I wouldn't have thought it was that dry because I saw a video of hailstone the other day that would have probably been like maybe Thursday. There was hail. So how are you going from hailstone to grass fire in 48 hours? Oh yeah, Japan. Was it Japan that was? Did it happen in China and Japan, or am I getting them mixed up? Quite a number of times. Yeah, 2 minute global warming. Global warming coming on strong. What's Ted saying? What's Ted saying? Oh, that's what it's about. The sparks. The sparks from the underside that you see. Sometimes it's beneficial to listen to people who actually know what they're talking about. The sparks from from the floor. The car scrapes on the titanium skid block creates the sparks, and the sparks start a fire on the grass at the side. So brilliant, isn't it? Who thought of that one? To be honest, it's not been a problem over the years. It's a recent issue. I don't remember grass fires in the for like 2007 to 2023. It's more of a recent problem. Maybe there was in China, but it's not something I can really remember being an issue until this year. Q2 will resume at 16:47 local time. So I guess they're an hour ahead, so let's say 4 minutes. You got 4 minutes, man. So yeah, it's going to restart in 4 minutes time, or resume, should I say. Restart's not really the right word. We'll resume Q2 in another 4 minutes. Green flag, track clear. Oh, they're giving a green... Yeah, mistake on the graphics there. Green flag, track clear. Yeah, it's not resuming for another 3 minutes. So what are we talking? A tenth and a half between the two McLarens. 3:10. It's not bad. It's not bad from Leclerc, really. Verstappen. See, the gaps here is just the gap. I always like gap to the leader. Do you know what I mean? Whereas this is a gap to the next car. So there's only 18 thousandths between them, and 2/10 between. I always like leader, and then he'd be a tenth, he'd be 4/10, 4/10, 6/10, 7.5, 8, 9/10 second, like that. I always prefer it like that. But for whatever reason, they're doing it like this, which is slightly not really what I'm used to. So what we got when it resumes, 5.5 minutes. Albon, Behrman, Alonso, Bortoleto, Colapinto. Bortoleto. Try saying that 5 times faster. Bortoleto, Colapinto. There's a lot of syllables there. You can hear the commentary when you're not speaking. Get banned. Let's get banned. Draw a line under it. Yeah. To be fair, you probably get away. You could probably just play the audio. Well, I don't know, actually. I don't know. I wonder if there's channels that do that. They just play the commentary. Would that be against, I don't know. Shall I just do that? I'll just retire. Just play the audio and just be like, yeah, boys. It's been fun, do you know what I mean? It's been fun, but yeah, see you in a bit. And just red flag banning coming. What does that even mean, bro? Banning red flags because it just kills the game, yeah. Yo, Kim, how we doing? Oh my god, trying to bridge a red flag. Do you know what? I need to have like quizzes lined up in it. Right, red flag, get the quiz out. That's what I need to do if I'm gonna carry on. Especially like lengthy delays. I don't know how I've got through it. I remember doing a Japanese Grand Prix, right? And I'm sure I don't know how I did it, but there was like a 2 hour delay, and I just sat here and waffled my way through it. I wouldn't do that now. I'd just be like, yeah, GG's boys. Like, see you next week. I sat here for a 2 hour red flag. You know what I mean? I'm moaning about a 3 minute red flag here. Mad. Local festival today. Yeah, and it's Kim. Got to change the subject. Nothing happening on track here. What do you have for tea? What's the weather? Jesus. Yeah, it's festival season, isn't it? Festival's not really my... I've never been to one. And I've got no desire to go to one. So big ups to people that do. But no, festival's not really my game. Me and music don't have a good relationship really. I don't like a lot of music. I don't think I've ever been into like one group or one band enough to think, yeah, I want to go and see them live. Like, even like my favourite band, M83, I like about 3 of theirs. So unless you go into a concert, they play the 3 I like, and then I go home, I won't be bothered. Hans Zimmer maybe. Hans Zimmer maybe would be the one concert I would go to, actually. Hans Zimmer live. But he's not going to be a Glasgow, is he? Do you know what I mean? Inception soundtrack live on Pyramid Stage. Everyone's... Now, that's a festival I would go to. Hans Zimmer. That's it. So that tells you all you need to know about my taste in music. It ain't normal. It ain't normal, bro. There ain't no festival that could lure me in with any lineup. I'm not interested. Two sausage strolls if you're going. Yeah, boy. But yeah, the return of F1 trivia. What is Giovanazzi's best ever finish in his Formula 1 career? Oh, yeah. I need to do F1 trivia thing. But to answer the question, I don't know. But I'll have a best guess. Antonio Giovinazzi. He never got on the podium. I reckon it's got to be like something like a P7-ish. Like a... I don't think he was ever like top 4 or 5, was he, Giovinazzi? He certainly never was on the podium. It's got to be something like a 6th or a 7th. Giovinazzi's best position. It might not even be that high. It might be like a P9 or something. But if I was to guess, I go P6. I go 6th on a guess. Giovinazzi's best ever. 5th! It's like them quizzes where it's like, guess the year that song came out, and everyone's always a year out, innit? Everyone's, 1983, and the host goes, 84. Oh, yeah, 1 year out. They're always 1 year out and 1 place out. Answer 5th. Brazil 2019. Mate, I couldn't even tell you anything that happened from Brazil 2019. Was Brazil 2019 the one that Ocon hit Verstappen? No, that'd have been like 21, wouldn't it? I don't know, bro. Brazil 2019, you are main for that. Anyway, we've got a minute to go in Q2, and I'm trying to remember Brazil 2019. Behrman goes P8. This is great, isn't it? Okay, Bortoletto P3. Oh, love this. I love this. Bortoletto P3, quicker than the Ferraris, quicker than Verstappen. This is the day. Oh, quicker than Verstappen. That sentence didn't last long, did it? P4 is still good. Well, he's through. I mean, the main thing is he had Bortoletto Q3 here. He's turning up. I always said about a bit of magic. You need a bit of magic. You know, you don't want to be anonymous. This is the day Bortoletto arrived. I think I said that about 2 weeks ago as well. I mean, every week I'm going, Bortoletto's arrived. Like, he's here. Chill. Do you know what I mean? I need to tell myself, yeah, he's good. Can it? Come on, I want a Racing Bull or a Bortoletto in the top on the. You know what I mean? One of them three's got me in the top 6 on the grid. Go on then, Kimmy. P8. Oh, these guys are struggling. It's not Mercedes Day, is it, really? Why is it not, is my question. Well, Russell P5, not bad, but he's still 4.5 tenths off. They're getting nowhere there in the McLarens. If this is not a McLaren 1-2 on the grid for the Austrian Grand Prix, then something severely strange, something highly unusual has occurred if this isn't a McLaren 1-2. And that's not what you want, especially when trying to watch along on it. You don't want predictable, but it's so predictable. Come back tomorrow, 2 p.m. for the race. Damn, bro, I don't want the McLaren show, but the McLaren show is what we're getting in 2025. Colapinto's out, Hadjar's out, Behrman's out. What can Alonso do? Albon's out, improves to 12th, but elimination. Oh, is it Alonso versus Antonelli? If Alonso puts a lap in, Antonelli's out. But the fact that they're not showing Alonso on the TV shows me that Alonso's not improving. So Antonelli safe? Gotta be. Just. Antonelli sneaks through in P10. Yeah, so eliminating Q2 then after an extended session, after a little bit of a fire, a little bit of a grass fire. So, yeah, longer session than normal. And at the end of it, P11, Fernando Alonso is out. P12, Alex Albon is out. P13, Isaac Hadjar is out. P14, Franco Colapinto is out. P15, Oliver Behrman is out. So through to the top 10 pole position shootout then. Obviously the 2 McLarens, Norris and Piastri. 2 Ferraris are through. 2 Mercs are through. 1 Racing Bull. Then it's you got 1 Racing Bull, 1 Alpine, 1 Red Bull, 1 Sauber. Let's have it. Oh, hey Barry, can he drink the painkillers him on? Oh Jesus. That was 28. That was 2018. Was it? I don't remember from the 2019 Drunk people, even one of them. Sorry, I missed all this. Remember that 2019 Alfa Romeo got 4th and 5th with Raikkonen? No, I don't remember that, bro. What? Are you remembering this like? Are you just remembering this like without any prompts, like? Like, are you searching that up and then asking me, or are you knowing that like off by heart? Like the way I know that Perez was second at the 2012 Malaysian Grand Prix and nearly won it. Like that kind of a... Because there's certain things like that stick in my head. But when it's like more anonymous stuff, no chance, mate. It all merges into one. Apart from like little moments here and there. Especially earlier, right? Especially like from like... You know, the golden era of like 07 to 13. And then it all became a bit mush after that. But that golden period of 07 to 13, I don't know if it was rose-tinted spectacles or what, but rose-tinted glasses or what, but it seemed like a golden period to me. 2 Ferraris come together. Hamilton. Oh, this is not now. This is what, 2018? What, bro? Oh yeah, no, the two Ferraris come together now. Now you said that. Now you said that. Yeah, 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 yeah. Now you said that. That is that's the moment of thing, in it. That's the 2019 Brazilian Grand Prix. That the two Ferraris. Yeah, down to turn four. You see, now you have to unlock the memory because it's there's years and years of it stacked on top of each other. I can't file every race into its own cabinet in my brain. Do you know what I mean? It's all just a mush. But it's when you say something like that, I go, oh, I know it. I've homed in. I can see those two Ferraris squeezing each other down after the center S is down to turn. Well, what is it? What is it? Turn 1, 2, 3. Down to turn 4. The center S is 3, isn't it? I can see it now. Sebastian Vettel. Was it doing Charles Leclerc's first year? They were both out, weren't they, with that? Was Charles Leclerc at 2018 Sauber and then 2019 Ferrari? Or was he 17 at Sauber and 18 at Ferrari? No, 18 was Raikkonen, I think. Oh, great. You still remember? Bro, I'm going to test you. What happened to... here's one. This is going to alienate everyone else. I love it, right? What happened to this is for you, Sean Tan. What happened to Vitaly Petrov at the 2010 Malaysian Grand Prix? I might be wrong, do you know what I mean? He's going, nothing happened to him. No, I think it did. I think something unusual. Something unusual, yeah? What happened to Vitaly Petrov 2010 Malaysian Grand Prix? I think that's right. No, was it not? Was it 2011? Oh, bro. I can't. Am I getting the year wrong? Yeah, but it was that. Yeah, his steering arm snapped. He's just left holding the wheel. Like, bro, this is bad news. Obviously, you know about Buemi, China, EP3, 2000 was that 2010 or 11? But yeah, you know about the Buemi China one, innit? It's the brakes. That were a one-off. What else we got in the locker? Yeah, China 2010. Was it Petrov one, not 2010? He just launched himself in the air, lands, and the steering rack snaps off. That was a weird one. What else we got? Mark Webber, Valencia, 2012. Well, no, I could be wrong on that. It could be 2013. But you'll know what I mean. Check WhatsApp. Well, what's on WhatsApp? Just tell me on here. Oh, mate. Well, what else? Do you remember Felipe Massa's overtake at Singapore? On Bruno Senna? Absolutely fucking nuts, man. Across the Anderson Bridge. Yeah, 2012. Oh, what else? No, what happened, right? What happened when? Oh, I don't know, man. It's all merged into one. I can't separate the races in my head. There's a lot of stuff. I tend to remember more stuff from like the 2007 to 13 period. Like moments in like 2014, 15, and I don't know, it sort of goes a bit blank. until we get to like 2021. Then we have a great season, you know, the Verstappen Hamilton season. But that period from like 14 to 20, not great, was it? Vettel's team radio about singing seagulls. Yeah, was that 18? I remember them having that interview after the race, and the seagulls were putting them off into turn one. Why? What is it? The Q3's underway. What is it? Allow essential cookies, for fuck's sake, man. What is this? It won't allow me to open it for some reason. I don't know why. Log in, like, bro, I'm logged in, like. I'll try and have a look later, Kim. Well, what is it? Canada 2016. Oh, was it the seagulls thing? Yeah, it was one. It was the narrower cars, wasn't it? Yeah. Because that's how I try and differentiate in my head. Like, I don't know if it's the same for you, but like, 16 to me is the narrow, and then 17 the cars went wider. So that differentiates it in my head. And 17, I always think of those weird little aerial wings that they had on the back of the shark fins and stuff like that. That's like 17, 18. It all merged into one. It's hard to differentiate, really. Because it was narrow cars, wasn't it? Until when you get set 2017, they went wider. So that's like a real obvious. It's some pipe band. It's just some of the pipe band. What? Is it related to qualifying in Austria? Mind you, I've not been talking about qualifying in Austria ever for the last 20 minutes. We've been on the... Well, anyway, I think it's quite funny to reminisce about funny moments and whatnot. Especially in between sessions when nothing's happening. Do you know what I mean? I've not missed pole position. The day that happens, yeah, it's over, innit? Oh yeah. By the way, it was Pierre Gasly on pole. Sorry, I missed it. Do you know what I mean? The day that happens, that's it. Innit? Game over. When it matters, I lock in. When it doesn't matter, I'll have a chat. Everyone's being done for unsafe release. There's unsafe release for days here. Unsafe release upon unsafe release going on in the pit lane. And you remember Magnussen's big crash at Radion Spa? No. No. But weirdly enough, I remember Michael Schumacher in 2012 nearly losing it, and Karen Chandok going, "A huge moment for Michael Schumacher." I'm like, bloody hell. No, I don't remember the Magnussen crash. No. I remember Norris binning it in quali about 5 years ago. I remember Verstappen going round turn one, breaking his steering arm, hitting someone, and then getting to Eau Rouge and just going straight on into the wall because he'd snapped his steering arm. I don't even know what year that was, but I remember that. That was in like the Verstappen reckless era. I mean, he's still reckless now, but that was in the Verstappen, like, seriously reckless era. Spa 21, quali. Yeah, the Norris one, yeah. Oh, this is a McLaren one too. The Spa 2020, Verstappen and Raikkonen, yeah. How do you know this stuff, man? I have like a slight recollection. You've got it on lock. You know what I mean? Oh, Leclerc splits the Ferrari, splits the McLarens. Wow, that's a lap from Leclerc. Fair play. Leclerc has entered the game. Let's go. What can George do? 6 minutes to go in Q3. This is for pole position. Go on then, George. I dare you. You come off the back of winning the Canadian Grand Prix. What can you do? P5 only. P5 only. 6/10 off. Yeah, they're nowhere near. Maximum is cracking his John 8 Vern. Yeah, I do. Because I remember that being the turning point where Martin Brundle was like, maybe his reaction times are going. Yeah, I remember that. It was, get out of turn, is it turn 7? Then you turn left there, and it's before, there's like a tiny little straight before the sharp corner right. Yeah, where boo, he smashed into him, and they both went off down the runoff area, didn't they? Yeah, I remember that being sort of a moment where Brundle was like, Michael. Because he was like 41, wasn't he? At that point, maybe even older than that. And it was like, is his reactions going? Home track is kind of like a bogey track for Michael in his 3 years at Mercedes, was it? Yeah, did he not do? I know you got one podium, didn't he? Valencia, was it Valencia 2012? He got that podium. And that was when Maldonado hit Hamilton, wasn't it? We're on a full remit. We're on a full just one-on-one chat here. But that was, Maldonado took Hamilton out, and it gives Schumacher that because Maldonado could have got on the podium at Valencia in 2012 after winning the Spanish Grand Prix as well. Maldonado had his moments, and then Maldonado versus Hamilton. Hamilton ended up in the wall out of the race. I remember being fuming at that, and then Schumacher got the podium because of it. That was his only podium. He sort of got a pole in Monaco, didn't he? But it didn't count for some reason. I remember Schumacher getting pole position in Monaco in the Mercedes, probably 2012, but it didn't count for some reason. Maybe he already had a penalty from the previous race or something like that. So he got the fastest lap, but then got a grid penalty. Like, oh, come on. Anyway, 3.5 minutes to go in Q3. Oh, it's horrible when it's predictable. It's horrible, man. We know it's going to be a McLaren 1-2. I mean, fair play, Leclerc's putting a good lap, but if Piastri gets it together, it's... Anyway, we'll have a listen. 2010, he made contact with Kobayashi. Oh, Kobayashi was good, man. Kobayashi is so underrated. He should have had a longer career in Formula 1. How long did Kobayashi get, like, from the back end of 2009? Remember him jumping in for Toyota? He gave Jenson Button a hard time in Japan and Brazil. And then 2010, he was at Sauber. 2010, 11, 12 at Sauber, and then like 2013 at like Team Lotus, and then gone. Like, what? Like, Kobayashi deserved more than 4 years. Anyway, let's fight for pole in Austria. we could just do a stream of this, Sean. Just memories from the past. Gentlemen, a quick, what is it? A quick trip to the past. Gentlemen, a quick journey to the past. 30 years ago, Niki Lauda 2011, he hits into the back of Perez Sauber and he's trying to overtake him at turn 5. Oh, I don't remember that one. Do you remember him putting Barrichello right up against the pit wall in Hungary 2010? Do you remember that? Black flag! For that one, he nearly killed Barrichello. He nearly killed me, black flag. that was horrible. And it was horrible. It was horrible, man. Yeah, Hungary 2010. Bro. It was, do you know what's funny? That was like P8 or something as well. Like, it's not even that deep. Like, for 1 point. Right, anyway. I keep saying this every minute, and then we get a sidetrack again. Oh, God. Russell Purple Sector 1. I don't think it lasted very long, did it? Where's Verstappen going to be on the grid here? He needs to. What is he, 40 odd points behind in the championship? It's looking bleak. Briefly a yellow flag there, but don't worry about it. Verstappen then round the final corner to the line, and P6 at best for Verstappen at the Austrian Grand Prix. Lawson's beaten Verstappen. Lawson quicker than Verstappen. Verstappen down to 7th. Where's Russell going to slot in here? Russell only P5 at best. Norris is on setting the timing screens alight with purple sector 1 and 2. Here comes Charles Leclerc, doesn't improve. P2 at the moment then. But Lando Norris is absolutely on it. Purple sector 1, purple sector 2. He's on pole and he's going to improve to a 1 minute 3.9. Surely that's going to smash everyone out of the park. He's quickest by over half a second at the moment. Is Piastri on a lap? Hamilton P4. So what is going on here? Antonelli P8. Come on, what is that? What's going on here? Lawson's P6 and out-qualified Verstappen out of nowhere as well. Lawson's been Mr. Anonymous in 2025, but Austria... Go on, Gabby. Go on. Oh, Bortoletto out-qualifies Antonelli. Oh, my God. I don't know how to feel about that one because I quite like Bortoletto, but Jesus Christ. It's not great for Antonelli, that P9. So it's ended up Norris on pole by a huge margin of over half a second, which doesn't sound like a lot, but in Formula 1 terms, that's a year and a half. So Norris has absolutely smashed it there. A 1 minute 3.9 and nobody's getting close. So whatever happened to Piastri, I don't know, but Piastri didn't obviously get a lap time. And Gasly spun it out of the final corner. What's that? A 720 spin? Gasly with the 720 out of the final corner? Go on then. Yeah, because that's a 360 now. And so Pierre Gasly with the 720 out of the 720 no scope out of the final corner. I didn't expect that one. And is that messed up Verstappen's lap? Maybe. I don't know. But so that's your grid for the Austrian Grand Prix. Fair play to Charles Leclerc getting involved, getting in the mix. So it's Ferrari 1-3. Sorry, did I say McLaren 1-3? McLaren 1-3, Ferrari 2-4, Russell P5, Lawson an impressive P6, Verstappen P7, Gabriel Bortoletto P8 on the grid ahead of Antonelli P9 and Pierre Gasly P10. Join me tomorrow, Austrian Grand Prix, 2 p.m, race start, so I'll be live maybe at 1:45, but yeah. Sean Tan, it's been a pleasure. Kim, thanks for joining the stream. Who else has been in today? We're not breaking any records on the viewing front. Barry, Sean, I think Lisa said hi earlier on. Anthony, Dean said hello. Beth said hello. Sean was in at the beginning. Matty P, Ernesto. But yeah, cheers, guys. Let's do this time. We should get a stream like this. Look back to the past. Yeah, gentlemen, a short view back to the past. Radio. That's about it. Cheers, Barry. Right. Yeah, I'll be live about. Fair play to Lando Norris, man. You know, he smashed it out of the park today. He's obviously coming off the back of hitting his teammate in Canada, so under a lot of pressure as well. And everyone's saying that he's like flopped it and that, so including me. So fair play, Lando Norris. Fighting back against the critics, shall we say, taking pole position by over half a second. So fair play. Respect Lando Norris, pole position for the Austrian Grand Prix. I'll be live about 1:45 tomorrow for the race itself. Leclerc P2, Piastri P3, Hamilton P4, Russell rounds out the top 5. But cheers, I'll be back tomorrow afternoon. Peace out. Hope you've enjoyed the stream. Please do drop me a like if you have. I know it's been a bit of a rambling one, bit of a waffling one, but be back tomorrow. Styrian Mountains, bring it on, and catch you for that one. Obviously, everyone who's typed a message in live chat will be entered into round 11 of the Viewers' Championship, which is going to be sometime in August, but you know the game. I'll see you tomorrow for the race itself. Lando Norris on pole after hitting his teammate in Canada. Ooh, he's back on the game, back in the game. See you in a bit.